Logan and Lions FC.
Good evening everyone and welcome to Queensland Park for this FFA Cup Queensland Round 6 tie between the 2020 FQPL double winners Logan Lightning and the 2020 National Premier League's Queensland champions Lions FC. I'm James Coughlin here to bring you all the action here tonight live on Facebook and YouTube. However you're joining us, we're glad to have your company on this beautiful Tuesday evening. Just 2 wins are all that's between both of these sides and a coveted place on the national stage. For Logan, this is the 4th consecutive time they've made it this far, obviously not counting the cancelled tournament in 2020. They lost to Coomera in round 7 in 2019 and will be looking for a return to that stage with a victory tonight. They're enjoying their first season in the National Premier League following their promotion, with coach Rick Coughlin assembling a strong side. For Lions, they're chasing their 3rd appearance on the national stage, having reached the round of 16 in 2015 and 2018. Expectations are always high for this Richlands-based club. However, 2021 is off to a rough start as they're sitting in 6th place as the rejig squad is still finding its groove. It's the first cup meeting between these sides, however they did face off here in March when Matt Green netted an 89th minute equaliser for Logan. We should be in for a fantastic clash tonight. Very pleased to have you with us. Let's run through the team lineups. For Logan, the goalkeeper, Matt Lugo. Number 2, Connor Simpson. Number 4, Liam Golding. Number 5, Matthew Green. Number 6, Matt Capello. Number 7, Kyle Borg. Number 8, James Cooch. Number 10, Connor Smith, who was coming off a hat-trick on the weekend. Number 11, Ryan Palmer. Number 12, Felly Sheriff. And number 17, Adam Edgar, will be leading the line. The substitutes, number 13, Randolph Gontway. Number 14, Jed Brown. Number 15, Will Carambrun. Number 18, Didone Bigran Davi. Number 23, the reserve goalkeeper, is Luke Page. As for Lions, Darren Syme has selected Luke Borean in goals. Number 2, Andy Thompson. Number 4, Martia Simic. Number 5, Tommy Jarrett. Number 7, Alex Fechner. Number 8, Ethan Doherty. Number 10, Joe Duckworth. Number 16, Jake Buller-Minette. Number 18, Jordan Farina. Number 23, Finn Beekhurst. And finally, number 13, James Batty. See John Carlos Solorzano making his way through the bench. He is one of the substitutes for Lions. He is also joined by number 9, Zach Maltby, number 14, Max Mikula, number 17, Braden Doolan, number 15, Noah McGrath, and the reserve goalkeeper is Ryan Murphy. Logan in their traditional home strip. Well, Lions in their traditional cup colours of all orange. You certainly will not miss them on your screen this evening, however you're joining us. And it will be the visitors getting us underway with Joe Duckworth in possession of the ball. And we are underway. 180 minutes, possibly longer, between these sides and a place on the national stage. And Lions ceding possession early as they target Finn Beekhurst. However, it does happen to go over the sideline. See Simpson with the throw-in. He falls early to Joe Duckworth. He's trying to play it through for Farina, but that is intercepted. Calls for a handball against Green, not heeded. And Logan just happy to get rid of the ball and try and relieve the pressure. Lions seeing plenty of it early as Minute left back. And it goes all the way back to the captain, Martia Simic. Such an important presence is the policeman. It's a slip by Thompson there, could lead to an opportunity, but he just picked up well, and Lions able to retain possession. And back for Simic, looking for an option long, playing it forward, able to get it forward, but that is intercepted with Batty on the ball. It's chipped in towards the back post, but a little bit too much air on that one, and it does go behind for a goal kick with Matt Lugo taking possession. Pressure being applied there by Fechner. Logan looking to move the ball quickly, but it's a little bit too quickly there as Doherty gets the ball back, and now it's out to Joe Duckworth. There's Minute. Back for Doherty, with Sheriff applying the pressure. Space for Jake Minute is known as Buller, and Duckworth has sprung the trap, but he has not sprung the trap actually. That's offside early, and Logan defense holding firm early on. Long searching ball, able to pick out Sheriff, and he tries to flick it on for Edgar, but Tommy Jarrett alert to the danger coming across with the clearance. And Kyle Borg thought about taking the throw-in, but gives it up for Simpson. Looks like he's winding up for a long throw into the box with plenty of tall targets to aim for. See Golding in there as an option. In there just over the head of the centre back, who's come forward to help out. He could get a second chance here. He heads it on, and actually it is cleared away, but only for some temporary relief. However, as Simpson's first to the ball, and Fechner not strong enough to knock Simpson off, and trying to create a bit of space. And too much on that one, as Lions are able to clear their lines. And Farina called for the early ball, but not enough legs on that one, and Kyle Borg able to intercept. A bit under that one did Lugo. Back and forth as both teams still settling into their rhythm early in the contest. If the first meeting is anything to go by, we should be in for a very even contest. Sheriff gets the flick on, and could lead to an opportunity here, but Simic able to snuff out the threat of Palmer. And Butty strong in the challenge, but Simpson was stronger. There's Green. Once again looking long, and Sheriff has a bit of a step here, but Borean heads it away. And he was collected late by Sheriff, or I'm not sure, there's an awful lot of malice in that. Well, looks of things, I think Borean has actually abandoned his traditional beanie. I figure once you get into the months that are sort of cold here in Queensland, Borean ditches a beanie. Sheriff, Edgar out wide, but strong in the challenge, and Lions back on the ball as Fechner with a pair of Logan players feeding it off to Farina. Get it out for Beakhurst, who couldn't bring the ball under control. Now Coots back for Edgar. Clever pass back for Smith. Tackles are coming in hard and fast as Doherty wins the ball back, and strong challenge there by Jordan Farina on his teammate. Edgar looking for Sheriff, but Tommy Jarrett there just to marshal it back for Borean. Lions just searching for a way forward with a little bit of a change in shape perhaps from Logan. Matt Capello dropping back into the defensive line to a flat five, making life tough for Lions as they go forward. It's Duckworth searching forward, and that ball can't find its intended target, and Logan do have the numbers here. It's a 2-on-1, but Simic wins the race to that ball and happily thumps it over the sideline. The fairly strong contingent of Lions supporters to my right, on the right of our camera position here at Cornubia Park. Once again, it's going to be a long throw in from Simpson. Plenty of friendly faces to aim for. Towards the box, it's headed on, but dealt with eventually by Lyons as that ball is sent high into the sky. And it bounces over the sideline for Simpson to reload. Golding and Capello, both obvious threats at the near post. It's on for Capello and forced to Sheriff, and he blazes over the bar with a deflected strike that is behind for a corner. A few chances for Logan off the set piece in the opening few minutes this evening, and a chance for a corner 8 minutes in. It's Coots with the delivery. Crowding around Borean. Lofted up and headed away by a trio of Lions, but it does fall to Smith. Couldn't get clean contact on that one, and it is fired into the Lions bench as they clear their lines. Borg with the throw in. Borg getting the start in place of Ryan Kavanagh, who started in their win on the weekend against Redlands. Of course, cup tied after featuring for East last month. The Lions have a similar hole to fill in midfield with Alex Yanowski, a recent signing from Moreton Bay. Also unavailable this evening. Simpson with some clever footwork down the far touchline. Trying to create a little bit of space, but marshalled well by Barty, who is filling in the third midfielder role.
Get close! Billy, closer!
Here, Coughlin with plenty of instructions. Long throw in from Simpson. Lions once again able to get it out of their 18-yard box, but not much further. It's over for Capello as he searches for the delivery, looking back post towards Edgar, punched away by Borean. Flag is up for offside as Duckworth tried to play it clear. Joe Duckworth being instructed to push a little bit further forward and just even out the numbers a little bit on the Logan backline. Hanging out for Minette. Doherty. And Fechner stolen a run here as he goes towards the byline, squares it across, and it's cleared away well by Logan. Now Duckworth. Way back across by Minette and dealt with well, and fantastic play by Logan. Frees up Edgar, and he's now able to get on the run. And after Minette and Barty had cleaned each other up, Edgar had gotten back onto the ball and managed to earn a free kick. Talking to Jordan Farina as he tried to suggest the free kick was on the wrong side of halfway. The referee just giving a little bit of instruction. Smith sending it forward. Duckworth on the ball. It's hoofed forward now for Farina to try and get on the end of. It's a 2-on-1 situation. He's got Fechner in support. Farina might try and go himself. Instead, feeds it to Fechner on the left foot and slices it wide. Lions with their first proper chance of the evening as Farina, with fast feet, able to create a little bit of space, and Fechner just could not get that shot on target. Duckworth just sending that one into the skies. Farina couldn't get underneath it, and eventually it falls 4 minute. Trying to play the blind pass inside. Couldn't quite get it for Farina, but it does fall here for Duckworth. And just skip by, and Sheriff commits the foul. Andy Thompson coming over to take the free kick, and now just talking to for Smith. I'm suggesting we're not going to be too pedantic about free kicks and their locations this evening. So Thompson, can he find the delivery? Swing ball towards the back post, finding, that was Fechner trying to hook it towards goal, but couldn't get enough power into trouble Matt Lugo. Good pressing from the front, almost needs an opportunity there for Palmer. Now Lyons getting it back down the right into the pitch is Beakhurst. Forced to pivot. Now over for Simic. Looking for his forwards to make the run. Instead, sideways for Jared. Just probing through. 1 minute making the run down the near touchline. And he's found by Simic. Had to take it back a little bit. A few slips and slides from the players thus far. Also, the field here doesn't look like it's in too bad of a shape. And foul there, 4 lines. Over comes Duckworth now. In-swinging delivery with the left foot. Driven in, trying to find the head of Jared, punched away by Lugo. Could fall. And it does, but it's sliced there and eventually cleared away by Coots. Beakhurst. Lions starting to get themselves back into the flow of this match. The pass won't help their momentum, and crucial intervention there by Batty. There's going to be a yellow card shown to Jordan Farina. Famous Farina surname. Notorious with scoring goals in this part of the world. Duckworth on the turn. It's a 2 Farina. An excellent little layoff here for Batty, and he's cleaned up. Illegally so by Green. This could open up an attacking free kick for Lions. And, perhaps feeling like it should have been a yellow card. Logan arguing that Green got the ball. She was upended. Now it is Farina and Beakhurst addressing the ball. And from this range, you can only really be expecting a shot of some sort. Duckworth is lurking in the background as well. And 2 Lions players right now are in line with the last defender, ready to chase this one in. Farina fires it in. It's in the back of the net. We have the opening goal at Cornubia Park. An excellent free kick. Jordan Farina opens the scoring. So a fairly eventful last 90 seconds for Jordan Farina. A yellow card followed by a goal. So now Logan have a deficit to chase down. Just been greeted by Lions technical director Martin Doherty. He's come to watch the side in action. Forward now, and Lions looking to press their advantage. Fechner can't get around Green. Green is knocked over by Fechner. Players are being instructed to not get too pedantic about the location of the free kicks. That's because the referee is taking charge, making sure players aren't stealing too many yards. Free kick is sent over the halfway line looking for Edgar. Duckworth exchange passes with Farina, but crucial interception by Smith. Collision could break here for Lions as Beakhurst is trying to feed the overlapping Thompson, but the ball is played behind for a Lions corner. Forward comes the tall timber, Tommy Jarrett, Martia Simic, Nathan Doherty. Finding some height to proceedings. Duckworth. He's got Thompson presenting short. Time to go away, and Duckworth lofts it in towards the back post, finds the head of Simic. And Logan just clearing their lines. There is no one forward. They had everyone back in the box. And that ball just bouncing over the sideline. Farina just hooks that one towards Beakhurst. Simpson back under control. Now Golding. And the ball was bouncing, forced him to slice across and slice a pass, and Fechner takes a shot on from distance and is deflected behind. Lions with another corner. The visitors are starting to gain a little bit of ascendancy here on the scoreboard in terms of play. Lions just making sure Logan can't get out of their half. That being said, Logan capable of scoring in the blink of an eye. We've seen it plenty of times over the last few seasons, especially under the tutelage of Rick Coughlin. Loft the ball in towards the back post, punched away. Edgar can't get clean contact on the ball first time, he does the second. Sends it away for Thompson to chase down. This is a driving ball in, looking for the head of Jarrett, punched away. Falls for Farina. Logan. Once again, for some temporary relief of the pressure. Now Borean. So by Capello. Smith caught Sheriff on his heels. He tried to play it through with the Logan flyer. Just going in the wrong direction, and saying to his teammate that was the right idea, he'll be on his toes next time. And it tries to pivot on the turn. Joe Duckworth. Jared back for Doherty. Sheriff keeping an eye on things, ready to pounce on any loose touches. Borean, who's capable of saving a penalty, but is really confident to take one as well if called upon. Lugo fires it away. Orange jersey bearing down on him with Beakhurst looking for the charge down. There's Barty. Not quite sure of the footing, and a bit of an underhit pass, forced minute. Chase it down, he got there in the end. And Duckworth, back for minute. Plenty of action here in the opening 22 minutes at Cornubia Park. FFA Cup Round 6 qualifier between Lions FC and Logan Lightning. James Coughlin bringing you all the action live on FFA Cup Facebook and YouTube this evening, plus the Football Queensland pages. Very pleased to have you with us on this lovely Tuesday evening. The Lions lead 1-0 thanks to that man there, Jordan Farina. Dealt with well by Simic. Smith on the ball. And well left, could free up Fechner into the box. Left-footed shot across. It's 2-0 to Lions. Excellent finish by Fechner. And Lions, they might just be finding their groove after a rough start to the season. The former Brisbane City man picks up another goal this season. Fantastic bit of build-up play and understanding by the Lions forwards. Farina and Fechner linking up quite well. And the question becomes, what can the Logan bench conjure up as they try and get themselves out of this hole that they've find themselves in? No nonsense clearance by a minute. Over comes Simpson for the throw-in. And ball just temporarily switching sides. And pressure could lead to an opportunity here for Lions, but well intercepted by Coots. Smith will get involved pushing further forward as the match goes on. Number 10. Green going for a run, looking for an option. Eventually finds one in the form of Palmer. It's out for Simpson. Very closely as right-footed cross is eventually cut out by Jared. Smith. Golding stretching his legs out. And chip it forward for Simpson, but couldn't get the angle on the pass. Boring just brings it under control. Playing it forward, looking for Beakhurst. Duckworth going to escape the attention of Sheriff and does that with a clever pass now. Minute playing it forward for Duckworth. Fantastic run forward. Get it for Fechner, but couldn't bring the ball under control. Solid collision there between Simpson and Doherty. Sheriff keeping it in down the touchline, and he is tripped up by Minette for a Logan free kick right in front of our camera position. Logan looking for an option. Edgar calling for the ball, but Smith instead opts to keep his side in possession. Sprays the pass out to the left. There's a trio of players out there. And the Lions just happy to let Logan pass the ball around in this area of the pitch, but the minute they try and cross halfway, cramping down. Intervention there by Minette, and it's hooked forward by Duckworth, looking for Fechner. Golding there with a strong challenge by the Logan defender. And both sides happy to play with a variety of attacking strategies. Not afraid to go long when called upon. And also try and play their way through when the option presents itself. If you are Logan, still too early to be panicking just yet. So 2-0 is the most dangerous scoreline in football. Logan trying to make sure it's not 3-0 by clearing it away. Simpson. This one fired it long for Thompson. Now here's Simic. Static forward line, eventually gets it to Minette, and Fechner on the turn. He might opt to go himself. He's got two defenders for company, and eventually plays it behind off Simpson. Corners are starting to stack up now for the visitors as well. They're finding themselves on the receiving end of an early barrage. So we cross over half an hour played here. Looping ball towards the back post, and Simic has a foot to it. Just wasn't quite tall enough to get ahead to that one. He's lofted in over the head of Doherty. Could find Beakhurst. Simpson applied just enough pressure to let the ball go through to Lugo. Doherty plays it off Palmer. Edgar bearing down on that pressure, forced a wayward pass, and now Logan back on the ball, but they cannot hold it. It's a loose touch by Palmer. It's passed upon by Lyons, sending it all the way back down, and we are getting it away under pressure. Goes back as Golding. Frustrating night thus far for Adam Edgar. Two very good defenders. And some close attention. Edgar is a bit of a big game performer. Scored the winning penalty in the grand final last year. Dealt with by Simpson, who's been heavily involved thus far. Fechner put the fullback to work again. That throw in by Minette. Good work by Simpson. He was able to win the throw in. Thompson knocks over Borg. Logan can relieve the pressure here with this free kick. I think Borg possibly thought that was going to be a throw-in at one point. Logan just once again trying to find a way through this wall of orange. The forwards have done a fantastic job starting that pressure from the front. When they press as a unit. And Duckworth almost getting to the ball again. Edgar chests it down for Sheriff, and follow through, but once again, Simic is there with the interception. Fechner, the flag is up for offside. I think he knew he had stolen just an extra metre or two. Too far ahead of Felly Sheriff. Going to be a throw-in for the visitors. Joe Duckworth having another touch on the ball and restarting the move. Now Beakhurst cutting inside, trying to create a bit of space and for the cross through, and it's headed on by Beakhurst into the hands of Lugo. The flag stayed down, so had that have gone in, possibly would have counted then. Lugo slicing the ball once again, allowing the Lions player time to get underneath. Simpson. Simic sprang it out, an excellent pass out for Beakhurst. I'm trying to go himself, Finn Beakhurst, as the ball was just a little bit too heavy, and Beakhurst called for the foul after running into Golding. Lugo sending all of his teammates forward here. As the hosts try and find a way back into it. One goal before half-time will completely change the complexion of this match. However, they need the ball to do it as Farina picks out Beakhurst. Excellent through ball. Eventually that is thumped along by Borg. Headed on by Palmer. And Edgar trying to put the pressure on Borean, and not the contact he would have wanted, but all's well that ends well. It falls to Batty. Sheriff almost getting on the end of that and collected Simic late. There's going to be a yellow card for Felly Sheriff. As Doherty voicing his displeasure with that challenge. The Lions captain is still down on the ground. A lot of protestation from the Logan striker after that decision. He nearly caught Simic late. A chance for both sides to refuel as we head into the final 7-8 minutes of the first half. A chance for Rick Coughlin to just have a quick discussion. This side trying to work out how they can break down Lions and get themselves back into this match. Probably goes without saying, but continue to say it either way. They're going to have to make sure that they don't find themselves in a 3-0 hole, because common sense would dictate 3-0 is a much tougher deficit to overcome than 2-0. Groundbreaking analysis here on the FFA Cup broadcast. This isn't the only FFA Cup tie taking place this evening down at the Croatian Sports Centre at Carrara. Gold Coast Knights are hosting Holland Park Hawks in the Marek Mardley derby. Well, Up the road at Memorial Park in Bulimba, Southside Eagles are taking on Olympic. Tomorrow night, 7:30 kickoff at AJ Kelly Park. Peninsula Power hosting FQPL side Ipswich Knights on Brisbane City. Have an 8 p.m. kickoff at Corporate Travel Management Stadium against Southwest Queensland Thunder. Sunshine Coast Wanderers already through to the final stage of qualifying. Their 3-1 win over Surfers Paradise Apollo on Sunday evening. Simic is back up on his feet. And up in North Queensland, we already know what the round 7 tie will be. Saturday the 19th of June, 7 p.m. at Solajinkan Oval. The Collingwood Sundays Magpies Crusaders United FC, that is their full name, will be hosting Edge Hill United. The FFA Cup is back in 2021, and boy, is it good to have cup football once again. It's Fechner on the turn, trying to get to the byline, squaring it across, and it's cut out well by Borg. Just keeping an eye on Simic in the background as well. He does have that ankle strapped, but doesn't look like he's moving relatively freely. I should clarify, I'm not a doctor and don't pretend to be one often. Driven delivery, it's headed away for Simic to chase down as he can test that knock on the ankle, and he's happy to just see that over the sideline. Chance now for Thompson to possibly launch a long throw into the box. With Farina the obvious target as he makes his run. It's headed away by Capello. Joe Duckworth. And for Fechner, if he can get in behind Simpson, and unintentional header as Simpson made the blind clearance and it goes off the face of Fechner, and fairly certain I heard an optimistic shout for a corner. It's Fechner doing his duties, defending from the front. There we go. Drills it long. Finding the head. Well, almost finding the head of Edgar. And once again, almost finding the head of Palmer. Duckworth playing it through for Farina. Borean with the calm as always touch. Drill clear for Beakhurst, but Logan bringing that one back under control. Simpson trying to get in behind Minette, cuts inside, but the Lions defender more than up to the challenge. Minute. Member of the Western Pride 2017 NPL champions. So working as an SAP and NPL underage coach at Lions. Back at the club he was a junior at. Always out for Logan throwing as both Minute and Smith claimed touch was off the other guy. Here we go for an option. Spotted Simpson, but instead Targets Palmer, but Simic was always going to win that duel with his positioning off the shoulder of Duckworth, and he's able to escape from Sheriff. Can't quite play the pass Fettner was looking for. Smith sends it down, looking for Palmer, but Simic, I think it's safe to say, that knock that he picked up earlier is okay as he fires that one into the light pole down in that corner. And Simpson, once again, with the long throw in, looking for Golding or Green at the near post. With Edgar and Sheriff joining the crowd of players. Won't have the distance on it to get there on the fly, but it does eventually meet ahead on the bounce. It's hooked away eventually by, I believe that was Beakhurst. Rolling into the match, and Simpson coming all the way across the other side to try again with a long throw. 80 seconds of normal time remaining in the first half. A minute or two of stoppage time after the pair of goals, plus picked up by Martia Simic. Jordan Farina takes the no-nonsense approach and takes the ball onto the training pitch behind us, behind the field. Lofting it towards the back post, looking for Coots. Trying to play it off minute for the corner, but Lions defender held strong and curls it around, keeping the ball in play. And a good break here for Fettner, but across well was Capello. And quite sure that Golding has a hand growing out of his back, like some of the Lions players were suggesting. And eventually the ball finds its way back to Kyle Borg. Sends it towards Mount Lugo. Well, Palmer, whose feet gave way underneath him as he tried to jump for the ball. Here's a heavy touch there by Smith. Back by Lyons and Orion. Back in possession is Logan as try and muster up one final forward foray as we tick beyond 45 minutes. The scoreboard here at the ground. Back by Coots to Lugo. Golding. Forwards. Beg your pardon, that was Green. To Edgar. Dropping deeper and deeper, trying to get a little bit more involved. Duckworth. And the ball back 4 lines. Thompson chipping it forward for Farina to try and chase down. Just a little bit too heavy. Checking the watch from the referee. And a throw in for Logan. The top of Thompson. And touched by Edgar, and he's cleaned up there as Doherty's challenge got more of the player than the ball. Not entirely sure how much of the ball it got. Smith just urged to hurry up. Searching ball, trying to find a friendly face. Eventually it's all the way back for Borg. Now Capello, the eastern suburbs man. Joined the club in the off-season as Thompson sends it over the sideline, and that is going to be the final action of the first half here at Cornubia Park. This FFA Cup round 6 tie. Visitors Lions FC with a 2-0 lead thanks to Jordan Farina and Alex Fettner. I'm James Coughlin. We'll be back with the second half right after these messages.
I can announce the host country of the FIFA Women's World Cup 2023, which will be Australia.
Oh, amazing touch. Spectacular.
Time the cross. A towering header.
The keeper's out. The net's open.
Some people can't hide their passion. Don't hide yours. Join our team.
When you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you.
Happiness is knowing you'll find the perfect vehicle every time. Thrifty, smiles all the way.
I'm Paul Wade, I'm a former Socceroo captain and joined myself at the QUT Stadium on a beautiful sunny day and 16 teams from all over Australia enjoying football, walking, having a great time. This is a benchmark that we hope the rest of the country take on. They've got a competition, they've got training sessions, they've coached referees to make sure that all the rules are adhered to. And I'm sure some of these players have not read the rule book, but it doesn't matter, they've all got a big smile on their face. That's the main thing. Some of these stories I've heard out here, some people haven't played, haven't met each other, they've come in, they train on a Tuesday, Thursday and Friday at 11 o'clock in the morning, and they play on the weekend. Like a couple of weeks ago they didn't even know each other's name, and now they know whose family they're from and what weddings coming up. What a great way to socialise. And in this day and age, with all the mental health problems we have and the loneliness, the perfect avenue to get people back involved in the community.
The most I enjoy is about actually bringing a group of referees and a group of players together. It's being part of that, you know, that whole group of people coming together to enjoy a sport they love. And it doesn't matter whether they're injured or they feel that they're frail or whatever, they can get out there and enjoy themselves, and that's the great thing about walking football.
When my children were growing up through grassroots soccer, I helped with refereeing, and so that was a good introduction to it. And then I wanted to get fit myself, so walk football seemed to be a good option, and then I entered into refereeing. There's certainly some more rules too. From grassroots, you learn different rules, and then coming into walking football, there's different rules, but the consistency and the safety of those rules has made it great to play, and I feel makes players feel happier about coming on the field and not worrying about injury.
leading manufacturer of ladders for domestic, trade and industrial use with over 200 varieties available.
Well, welcome back everybody to Cornubia Park here at Logan, home of Logan Lightning. It's 2-0 to the visitors, Lions FC in this FFA Cup Round 6 qualifier. And we are going to see a change now for the home side. You can see just in the foreground there, Randolph Gonplay coming on. Confirm who he's replacing, and actually I can tell you now, he's going to be Kyle Borg, who is withdrawn. So, defensive-minded player coming off for an attacker, which would make sense as they've got to try and overturn this 2-0 deficit in the second half. And of course, I can imagine the Lions fans watching this evening are not feeling comfortable just yet, considering on the weekend they did lead Easts 3-0 before coming to a 3-3 draw in Keith Park. We get the feeling Darren Syme is going to be making no bones about it. We'll finish this game and play the full 90. There's a left-sided formation from the kickoff as Lions forwards trying to get themselves back into the game. They did start the first half quite well, but eventually it was Lions in the ascendancy, and they were able to take advantage of that with an excellent free kick on 17 minutes from Jordan Farina before 7 minutes later Alex Fechner doubled the advantage with a left-footed strike. Here's Palmer firing, or trying to fire it across, but not getting clean contact on the ball. Has Rick Coughlin got up his sleeve for this second half? Just feeding it off to Golding. Just a quick examination suggests that Lions returned to the pitch as they departed for the half-time break. Farina forward looking for Fechner. Ahead of Beakhurst and Simpson, who's the player that got through the most work across both sides. Got one under control and tried to get it to Palmer. And Simpson tried to take the throw in a little bit further forward. Adam Edgar. Will not stop working. Oh, an excellent pass, able to pick out Fechner. Tries to fire it across, but pressure applied there by Green, just enough to put him off. And fires that into the netting behind the goal of Matt Lugo. This touch there from the substitute Gonpway, and lead to an opportunity for Lions as that pass just can't get by Green. Lions did score 89th minute equaliser when these sides met here almost 2 months ago to the day. And a handful of late leads that Lions just haven't been able to hold on to this NPL season, although every NPL fan in Queensland will tell you, write them off at your own peril. Borean not happy with that clearance. Didn't manage to find the head of Doherty. Now Golding. Can't get it by Duckworth, and he's got Farina to his right. Plays it through. Excellent ball. Trying to find Farina, but wonderful intervention. This disrupts what was a very dangerous Lions attack. Trying to get it forward for Edgar, who thought he was offside. Down goes Beakhurst. Not a whole lot of subtlety to that challenge from Golding. So he just gets told by the referee that's the final warning, perhaps. Thompson measuring his run-up. And his free kick. Might have the air on to find a Lions player, and it's headed away. The Lions pretty much picking up right where they left off in the end of the first half, dominating possession and territory. Return could create an opportunity as Beakhurst is there at the back post for the ball. Get it through for Barty. Falls for Doherty, who tried to take the shot on himself from range, but ball wouldn't fall for him. Watching the FFA Cup round 6 tie. The Lions taking on Logan Lightning, these two National Premier League's Queensland sides. James Coughlin here, bringing you all the action live on the FFA Cup Facebook page and YouTube, plus Football Queensland channels. I'm pleased to have your company on this Tuesday evening. Let's move into the business end of this Queensland qualifying. Now Simpson is going to be one of the options for Logan as they try and halve this deficit. And that is going to be a free kick against Gonpway. And the substitute has earned himself a booking. That challenge on Fechner. Looks like it's going to be Andy Thompson to take this with his right foot. Putting pressure on Matt Lugo. He's played how to make their run. Just over the head of Jared towards Simic, headed back in by Barty. It's sent over the bar by Logan player, and it's going to be a corner from a little bit further behind where that free kick was taken. Ball is returned by one behind the goals. Delivery at the near post, manages to find Jared. He sends it back for Minute. Falls for Duckworth. He's cleaned up late as he fires it over the bar, and that is going to be another free kick for Lions. Right on the edge of the D at the top of the 18-yard box, and the Lions players all crowding the referee, asking for a booking. The referee not swayed by the calls. It's going to be another free kick for Lions. So they try and make it 3-0. Lugo sets his wall. They were beaten in the 17th minute by Jordan Farina. However, he's going to be taking on the responsibility for this one. Beakhurst stepping up. Borean is actually over the halfway line watching this one. Beakhurst, it's That range where it might be tough to get it up and down over the wall. Far post is free, looking at where Lugo is standing. Which way will Beakhurst go? Finn Beakhurst. Like a five-man wall. Sets up, strikes it over the wall and over the bar. A little bit too close. We need to hit that with a wicked amount of topspin to get it all back underneath the crossbar, but another threatening free kick for Lions. It's brought under control by Sheriff. Ngompwe committed the foul that led to that yellow card. Loose pass by Matt Capello. Actually, Sheriff and Ngompwe teaming up with Sheriff on the ground, trying to hold on to possession, and he grabbed it between his legs. It's going to be stoppage in play here, so the referee will restart. It's a bit of a debate over what the decision should be, as Duckworth, not quite sure what holding the ball away from the referee while he's asking for it is going to achieve. So, drop ball with Logan keeping possession. Golding. Loose pass there. It's fired by Farina. He brings it back under control, gets it to Barty at the far post. Excellent block by Golding. Making sure that Lions can't extend their lead. And fired on by Duckworth, and it's just wide. It was deflected beyond the post, and I'm not sure Matt Lugo was able to get across and have that one covered. Just looks like they haven't quite been able to match the intensity of Lions thus far, but this side we do know can turn it on when they need to. Back post trying to create a chance as Palmer. Dispossessed, but ball falls now. It's Edgar. The pass leaving Simpson a little bit short there as Doherty was bearing down on him. There's Thompson, the mainstay right fullback over the last few years for Lions. Struggling to find an option at the moment with was having a 2-to-1 advantage in terms of where Thompson was aiming for. Doherty had made the run, but hasn't seen until late, and Logan once again can't get ball out of their area cleanly, forcing a panic at the back, but eventually Green gets it up towards the halfway, but he's only able to pick out Minette. Simic, plenty of space for Fechner down that touchline. Cross comes Green. With pressure applied there by Fechner. A little bit too much pressure, as it so happens. That's going to be a free kick. Closing in on an hour played here at Cornubia Park. Lions hold on to lead and advance to the final stage of Queensland qualifying. Palmer's touch, a little bit too heavy. Opened the door for Simic. Took advantage of it, clearing the ball away. James Coots. Long. And it opts for safety first, sending it over the far touchline and fence as well. And Simpson coming across now for a long throw into the box. Everyone forward, bar Pello and Gonpway. Throw into the post. Can he find his target? On the head, and he cannot. Lions bring that one under control. That one's fired into the wall by Coots. The Lions just solid as a wall, trying to get through, and it's going to be a free kick now for Logan. After I believe that was Green, was barreled over on the far touchline. Coots and Smith, nearest options for Logan. Looks like it's going to be Coots all into the danger area. It's drilling towards the near post, headed away. Edgar is trying to get on the end of it. Golding fires it towards goal. Now Simpson. It's on his left foot, looking for an option, and just over the head of Edgar, still alive at the back post. And eventually it is cleared away. Lions survive.
We go again, hey! Docs! Let's go, Docs! We go again!
It's going to be another throw-in now for Logan.
Joe! Get up!
They bring the ball back into play quickly. Chef trying to get through, but defense once again too strong as Thompson just that one over the sideline. Thankfully not onto the roof of the basketball stadium behind us. Brings it back under control. Sends it back for Capello. Sprays it out wide, looking for Coots. Minette first to react to the loose ball. So just shoulders Coots off it. The question now becomes, when do we see the next change made? Probably in discussion with his assistant, just for the right opportunity. Now Lions steaming forward with Logan still defending in numbers. And a fairly hefty body check there by Jordan Farina. He and Sheriff both feeling the effects of that challenge. Hear that from the opposite side of the ground. Looks like we are going to have a bit of a break in play here as Farina stays down. I think he's feeling that leg just a little bit. Crunching collision between the two players. Good news for Logan, however, is Felly Sheriff is up and moving once again. So Lions just temporarily down to 10. Once again dealing with the threat and clearing it away is Golding trying to get it for Simpson, who overcame a bit of a stumble. Logan just try and play their way around. As Farina is now back in action. And Duckworth getting it through. And if you were watching the National Premier Leagues in Queensland last season, you might be. We'll come back to that in a second. As ball across from Fechner. So you may be surprised to see the Golden Boot winner for 2020 playing in midfield, but Duckworth is arguably a better attacking midfielder than he is a striker, despite his hefty return leading the line for the NPL champions last season. grand final at Parc de Paris over Olympic, thanks to second half strike. And now here's Smith trying to get into the box, but couldn't bring the ball under control as Thompson comes back and is able to play it off Smith for the goal kick. Dorian already taking his time with the goal kick. It looks like we are going to have a change coming up for Lions fairly soon. There's some action on the bench in front of us. And also for Logan. See Jed Brown being readied for action. It's a handy placement to have. Also, Will Cameron coming on. As Thompson just on over his shoulder, looking for a teammate. Finds one, Farina. Gets it out towards Fechner. I don't know what happened down that far touchline. And see Max Nicola being readied for action for Lions as well. Next break and play. Some of those adjustments made as Smith. A loose touch there as Smith and Doherty come together, and the midfield is just exchanging a handshake there. Now Golding. Play it forward and it's dealt with by Simic. Now chipping it out towards Fechner. Flag has stayed down. He's onside. Get inside Gonpway, and he does just that. Chipping it back for Duckworth on the turn. Duckworth out for Bighurst. He's felled, and it's going to be a penalty for Lions. They have a fantastic chance to make it 3-0 as Joe Duckworth is fouled in the box. Up steps Ethan. A bit late on the challenge was the Logan defender, and it's going to come at possibly a massive price for his side. Ethan Doherty set to take. And score a penalty on the weekend against Easts. Docky steps up and makes no mistake. It is 3-0 to the visitors here. And it looks like they are on their way to the final round of FFA Cup qualifying. Ethan Doherty with the penalty after Joe Duckworth was fouled in the box. We have 23 minutes of normal time remaining here at Cornubia Park. And those changes discussed before are being made. Ryan Palmer, one of the players withdrawn, as is Felly Sheriff, who was on a yellow card. And Will Cameron comes on, and he'll be stationed on the near side.
Goal for Lions FC by number 8, Ethan Doherty. The score is now Lions FC 3, Logan Lightning 0.
There's Jed Brown. And still yet to make their change, with Nicholas still on the sideline in the substitutes bid. Lions having given up a 3-0 lead, making sure they don't drop the intensity here, and that was a late challenge by Golding, and he could be in a little bit of trouble here. That is going to be a yellow card, a second yellow card for Golding. His night is over. So the night goes from bad to worse for the hosts, with the captain shown a second yellow card in the space of 120 seconds. So, mission improbable, almost could be mission impossible now. For Logan, it would be a fantastic comeback story if they can pull it off from here. Down to 10 men and trailing 3-0 with 21 minutes to go. First things first, they have to deal with this free kick. All Lions. Towards the back post, and Smith bringing it under control. A bit too heavy on the touch. We're going to see another change being made as Mikola is making his way on. And he will be replacing. James Barty. Max Mikola scored one of the goals of the FQPL season here last year, playing for Wynnum Wolves. Long-range rocket. Feeling that sort of strike was one of the reasons why Lions FC brought him to Ridgelands. Duckworth lofting it towards the back post over the head of everybody, and Brown just had to make sure he got out of the way of that one. A 10-man Logan. Down a defender. And first to react in midfield was Ethan Doherty. Now Doherty getting it to Mikola. It's out wide for Beakhurst. He's going to try and put his name on the score sheet. Excellent ball in, cleared away by Green. Smith. No one there for Logan. And Thompson. They're going to make this Logan side run if they want the ball now, Lions. Let's see our final 20-plus minutes. That's whenever stoppage time is added on. There's Mikola. Excellent passer of the ball, Max Mikola. It's chipped through for Farina. He's into the box trying to bring it under control. And it's deflected behind for a corner off Capello, who is going to operate as a makeshift central defender now. He's been operating as a central defender all night, to be fair, but a 3 rather than a 2. Lofted in just over the head of Doherty. Back for Mikola. Find the delivery in, or might he take the strike on himself? He gets the left-footed shot in there, and it's well saved by Lugo. Cameron. And a late challenge there by Doherty. He's going to see his name go in the book. So Doherty, like Jordan Farina, with a goal and a yellow card. For Capello. Coots. For Capello. Pick out Canberra. Brown tries to head it on for Simpson. And Smith and Capello both went for that ball. Communication they'd be looking for. Now Duckworth. Lions to add another. Excellent through ball, but an even better challenge there by Green to deny Fechner. It was all ball before he cleaned up the Lions forward. Once again, Lions keeping the ball under very close watch. Foul call there against Edgar, with the striker voicing his disagreement with that decision. With some excellent control, exchanging passes with Farina, but plays the pass too far ahead of Fechner, and don't play there to deal with it. And Edgar trying to back in and get the header off Martius Simic, but this has been the story for most of the night. The Lions captain has been leading by example. Coots. He's at full. Smith with Simpson overlapping, and Lugo manages to pick out Coots very well. With Simpson calling for the ball on this near side, but goes in the opposite direction towards Edgar. The fullback left frustrated. Touch there could fall for Duckworth, trying to get onto his right foot, gets a shot, it's deflected in, it's 4. And Joe Duckworth making the scoreline a little bit more resounding. About 14 minutes played here, and the 2020 Golden Boot winner adds to his tally in 2021. We'll see 2 more changes being made. Coming off is Jordan Farina in his place. John Carlos Solorzano. And also coming on will be Zach Maltby, one of the other goal scorers on the evening. Alex Fechner given an early mark. And for all the questions surrounding Lions in their NPL form, this is a sort of resounding win. Certainly go away towards answering some of those. And once again, never right off the golden line, or orange line as it is tonight. Not getting that pass where he wanted to go, and Edgar still working, and it looks like Jed Brown is injured as well. Not the sight Logan will be wanting to see. And 1 substitute remaining on the bench. Brown is definitely not moving at 100% as Will Cameron is fouled. Smith Keeping play moving. Trying to feed the overlapping run of Gompe, but again, passes just aren't finding their intended target for Logan tonight. Side capable of excellent attacking play, but just hasn't clicked for them thus far this evening. They've been forced to chase just after the quarter of an hour mark. Pressure is relentless from Lions as Beakhurst brings it under control. Brown still working, offering an option for Coots, who's going himself. Sending it out wide for Edgar as just can't find Carenbrun. Lions able to clear their lines. This is 10-man Logan side. There's Gompe, and now back for Smith and Green. Simpson feeding it towards Brown. Experienced veteran. Key figures at this club and played a huge role in their promotion, not to mention their FQPL Grand Final win last season. Scorer of the 87th minute equaliser. Simpson had strayed offside as we enter the final 10 minutes. We have give me some score updates from some of the other NPL fixtures from around the grounds. Gold Coast Knights holding a comfortable 3-0 lead over Holland Park as Max Brown with a brace there as Beakhurst is felled. There's going to be a yellow card shown for Smith. So, getting back to it. Max Brown with a brace. Mitch Nichols adding the third for Knights. And also being told they've had an unsuccessful attempt at a penalty. Olympic 2-0 over the Southside Eagles with Mikola taking this free kick. Up steps Mikola, chips it towards the back post. Free header, and it's tapped in by Solorzano. The flag stays down. It is 5-0. Solorzano will be claiming that one, although did look a little bit like Doherty had the header back across. Either way, the goal counts. And Lions are on easy street now.
Let's go for Lions FC, scored by number 19, Rongolos Solorzano.
And I won't argue with the ground announcer. Give that one to Solorzano. Brilliant free kick by Max Mikola. Well weighted to find the head of a teammate who played it back across Matt Lugo's goal. Getting back to the score up at Memorial Park. Is Olympic 2-0 over the Southside Eagles. Alex Barlow and Daniel Leck on the score sheet for them this evening. Will Carenbrun get around Tommy Jarrett. Way trying to see off the attention of Maltby, but just that. Smith plays it off Duckworth for the throw-in. We'll have 2 more changes for Lions with their comfortable 5-0 lead. Now Finn Beakhurst and Ethan Doherty. And number 15, Noel McGrath. Number 17, Braden Doolan. In the end, it has just been the pressure of this Lions side that has been the difference here. Their chances count. Limited the opportunities for Logan. In fact, I can't remember Luke Borrian making too many saves, if any. Coots heavy on the touch, feeding it to McGrath. Cameron just didn't have the teammate there for him. And the Lions breaking forward again through Duckworth. Chipped towards the back post, headed away by Simpson, who, even in a losing effort, has probably been the standout for Logan this evening. Pressure still going. Lions make sure they're playing out the full 90 minutes. Taken by Simpson all the way across, finding Green. Lawsano. He's enough that he could probably smell his deodorant. And this definitely is the sort of finish to the game that Darren Syme would have been looking for. Making sure there are no mental lapses this time. Just barged off the ball, now out for Doolan. Back for Solorzano, who's onside, feeds it back for Doolan, trying to get it onto his right foot. Simpson with the intervention. Eventually cleared away. Sliding challenge by Mikula. Desperation might not expect from a player in a side that's up 5-0. Lugo, the ball back under control. Let's now look to see out this resounding win. Smith has been kept relatively quiet this evening, haven't caused too many dramas this far. Back under control by Coots. It's Logan. He's trying to finish this game on a high note. Here's Maltby. Trying to get around Edgar. He's now steaming forward and can't get by minute. He's been frustrated for most of the evening. Gompwe with the throw in. Maltby just drilling it long towards Solorzano. So it's fairly safe to say that Lions will be taking on the winner of Brisbane City in Southwest Queensland, which you can catch tomorrow, 8 p.m. kickoff. Well, based on the results at last checking, Gold Coast Knights will be hosting Sunshine Coast Wanderers, while Olympic will be taking on the winner of Penn Power and Ipswich Knights, which is at 7:30 p.m. tomorrow. The details for those round 7 ties will be announced in due time. As Coots back with the header as we now move into second half stoppage time. And there will not be a whole lot of second half stoppage time. It is the win Lions needed, 5-0 over Logan Lightning to advance to the next round of the FFA Cup. It shows the men from Richlands should not be counted out just yet, and they take one step closer to the national stage. Goals from Jordan Farina, Alex Fechner, Ethan Doherty, Joe Duckworth and Giancarlo Solorzano. And for a rough night for the host Logan Lightning, who also had Golding sent off in about the 68th minute. Stay tuned for more football on all of these FFA Cup and Football Queensland channels. I'm James Cole. It's been a pleasure bringing you the action from Cornubia Park. It's been a production of Double Take Sports. We'll see you next time.